Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to go over how to install our rail systems. Now, first off, let me just start with what you're going to get in the package. Okay, now you may not be getting this particular rail that you're viewing here, but it will come with pretty much all of the similar assembly parts that you're going to need to install your rail. Now, all of our rails are modular, so they're going to install on the same barrel nut using the same barrel nut shims, and similar securing screws. Okay, so depending on which rail you're going to get, whether it's the quad rail, whether it's the hex rail, trapezoid rail, G2 rail, slim rail, or the urban assault rail. Okay, all of these rails install pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is the screws. Okay, so if you have a rail that has a mounting point that is not recessed, okay, you're going to have socket head cap screws. If you're mounting a rail with no rail section right here, you're going to be doing that with some button head cap screws. Okay, that's the only difference. So all of our rails come with 6 socket head or button head cap screws depending on which rail you're mounting. Okay, it's going to come with your rail. It's going to come with a barrel nut. Okay, and then it's also going to come with barrel nut spacer shims. Okay, these are going to allow you to clock the barrel nut at a different rotation. Okay, so that your barrel nut and your rail will align perfectly. Okay, now both of these shims are different thicknesses, which allows your barrel nut to clock at a different angle. Okay, then you're going to need to tighten the barrel nut. You're going to need an 1 1/8" wrench. Doesn't matter which one it is, as long as it's an 1 1/8". Okay, barrel nut torque on these is between 35-75 foot-pounds. Okay, so now we're going to go over this. Okay, so today we're going to install the quad rails. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your barrel nut, and you're going to install some assembly lube on the inside threads of the barrel nut. Okay, now you can use any kind of lube for this. I'm not particularly fond of anti-seize. We use a Molly. It's black. And you just kind of rub just a little bit of it around in there so that it allows your barrel nut to torque down smooth. Okay, so the first way that we always do it is you simply just install the barrel nut on there and you torque it down. You see if the top holes in the barrel nut line up correctly. Okay, you take your 1 1/8" wrench, and you turn it to the appropriate torque spec. Okay, you bring your gas tube in. Okay, and what you're really shooting for, let me get a close-up of this for you, is right here on the top. Okay, you really want, you see where this top hole is here? You want it to split the gas tube right down the middle. Okay, so you torque it so that it's splitting it right down the middle. Okay, and as long as it's over 35 foot-pounds and under you're just fine. Okay, between 35 and 75, you're just fine. Okay, now if your barrel nut is torquing down and let's say you're off like this here, okay, you're going to want to take off your gas tube and gas block. You're going to want to take your barrel nut off, and you're going to want to throw one of these shims in place. Okay, and that's right there on the front collar of your barrel nut, where your barrel nut mounts on the leading edge of your barrel extension. Okay, so you tighten that down once again, and this will make it clock at a different angle. Okay, throw your gas tube and gas block on, and you're going to want to tighten this down again. You're going to want to see where it comes up at. Okay, that feels pretty tight right there. Okay. Okay, so then you want to tighten down your gas tube, okay, and gas block. All of you may be using different style gas tubes and gas blocks, okay? So whether it's a clamp-on, whether it's a set screw type through the bottom, you go ahead and tighten that down and make sure that you align it correctly. Otherwise, you're going to have cycling issues. Okay. So bring in your rail and install the socket head cap screws and tighten them down. Okay, you have 3 on each side, or 2 on each side, left and right, and 2 on the bottom. Okay, now if you've over torqued the barrel nut and gone past the centering location, your rail and your upper are not going to line up correctly. So this might take a couple of attempts to get done. Okay, get it lined up correctly. So you want to make sure that that's lined up correctly so that your sights line up and whatnot. As you can see, this one here isn't lined up correctly. So we're going to have to go in, and this one looks like it's over rotated. So we're going to have to go in there and play with the shimming of it, get it so that it's more straight, or just do a little bit less torque. So as long as you're at 35 and under 75, you're good. So any questions, feel free to give us a call and ask. And like I said, this goes for all of the urban assault rails, all of the slim rails, the G2 rails, the trapezoid rails. All of our 308 rails mount exactly the same as well. Okay, so have fun, enjoy.